Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuits. I'm one half of the DungeonSwag.com team, and what I have here is an old Elvis Presley record. This is from his Christian phase, and I have a cool idea. I have a campaign starting tomorrow, the Tomorrow Comes Doom system playtest for the fantasy version, and there's been about 45 to 60 significant changes from my space system, but it's another playtest, and I want to make a cool map. So what I have here is some cardboard and a record. And what I want to do is I want to mount this cardboard on here, and then using different pieces of film and stuff, I want to make the map 3D. And this will give me some valuable cardboard cut-off scraps for my miscellaneous other projects I do. I love cardboard. I didn't have a very nice flat piece this big, unfortunately. I had a bunch of rubber and other stuff I could have used, but I really wanted to use cardboard. Let me think here. So we're going to need hills and trees, and so if we're going to stick this to this, we're going to need some pretty big grooves cut in so that the glue sticks nice. It's got some natural texture, but I don't think it would hurt our cause to wire brush it some. All right. Actually, probably would be smart to make sure we get a good bond. I've never used a record for anything before. I dug this out of the trash. Just making some little divots to try to get a good bond. I could drill holes all the way through, but I feel like without getting my drill or a Dremel, this is... I don't even think my Dremel's charged. Alright, so... get our record here. The good news is I do have a second record if I mess up. All right. Alright, so that'll be the bottom of it. This will be the top of it. There's some cracks and crevices here, but let's get a rough idea of what we want to build on it. So let me grab a pen or a marker or something. What's this? Dry erase marker. So we want to have a mountain chain up here somewhere. We want to have some forests. Maybe like a pine forest up here. We'll say this is north. We want to have some, that's mountains, so let's have a river coming down. Maybe some lakes. Something like that. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is make an edge around this thing. And to do that, I'm just going to get some tape, maybe? I don't know. Not tape. Oh, I don't know. I don't have a plan. Did not walk into this with a plan. Maybe I'm just not going to do the edge right now. Maybe I'll come back and do the edge later. So we want to get something on here that has some smoother texture that doesn't have a ripple in it. Sorry, my brain is not functioning very well. Here we go. That'll definitely do it. Get an old t-shirt. This is an old kid pajama shirt. I'm just ripping this. To save some time, but now we're going to have to cut the rest because I'm not the best ripper. Alright. So let's see if that fits. It does. It does in fact fit. Alright. A lot of glue in this one, I'm sure. All right. So my plan is to come around here and just kind of do something like that. Now, I'm not recommending you use an Elvis album, but I literally dug this out of the trash. But using some kind of record, you can find these things for nothing. Go to your grandparents' house if you're young, or go in your basement if you're my age, because I actually have some, but I don't want to destroy any of the ones I have. And my dad probably has a bazillion records, I would guess. When I was a kid, he had quite a bit. Some of those became mine and my brother's, I'm sure. Especially like the Beatles stuff. I stole all that. Not stole, but, you know, took it when I was older. My dad doesn't actually listen to albums ever. I don't even know if he still has a record player. He probably does. I don't have one at the moment that works. My needle's bad. So, we need some hillsides. So, I would say I should have pulled that tight, huh? Alright, so we need some hills. Let's get the foam cutter out. I don't use this a whole lot, but I do have a foam cutter. Let's just get a piece of foam here and start making our hill, our mountain. I did not make good choices here. So had I been smart, I would have guessed how big I wanted the mountain to be. And then I would have come around like that. Do it in smaller sections. You guys can't really see me cutting it that way, can you? Sorry about that. I'll try to do better. Right, something like that. Could be our mountain chain up here. Let me see this glue burner thing down. This styrofoam burner thing. Oops. Well, look what I did there. Cracked it. Now that could be an interesting piece of storytelling if we'd have left it cracked with a gap, but we didn't, so. I had more glue out, there we go. What we'll do, kind of a generic repair. Sorry, I'm trying not to screech. I just burnt myself horribly yet again. But you know what? It's all for the craft, right? It's all for the craft. We got a little wonky spot right here in the front. We got to fix them too. Okay. So what we learned that time is that having a better plan for your hill first is probably nice. So let's do some hills here, and we'll make these smaller. Lost it. It's hard to do this on camera because I keep pulling it up to where I can see it myself. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right. So we need to do something about this to smash it down some and make it more like a hill. So I'm just gonna okay. Now we want to texture this all to put like sand or something on here too. That's something we need to consider. But before we do that, we need to figure out where the lakes and stuff are going to go. So what I think to do might be well, we know a river comes down out of that mountain. And then it ends in a lake. And then it turns into another river. I don't have any real ideas. And then maybe this is ocean from here over. Okay. Let's go for like a little delta area down here. And maybe an island. Oops. See, this is a terrible idea. But in my head at the beginning of this, it seemed like a good idea. So I was like, I will make this sweet-ass hot glue ocean, and then I will just run my hot glue gun through it and give it some texture. And in my head, that was the plan. But the reality of it is it's not going smoothly at all. Now, I've never done anything like this. I've done some 3D maps, but what I generally do is I leave the ocean as like, or the water levels as like the lowest levels, and I just cut out the land to make it fit. So this is kind of new. Alright, I think it might be smarter to make the island after the landmass is done. That's just me. That's just me spitting ideas. All right, we'll let that part dry. Or not dry, but cool, so that we can work with it. Got spider webs all over me. All right, so we need some forests, and we need our landmass. So the landmass is the easiest thing to do. So let's do that first. So for the landmass, all we're going to do is get white glue. And I mean a good bit of white glue. Get a crappy brush, get it wet, start spreading that glue around. You can get a little bit of it on your water because you can wipe that off, but where you really want to make sure you get is you want to get to the edges. And in the little cracks around the mountains and hills. We could turn this hot burn thing off for now. I think it set it off to the side. It's kind of in my way where I'm working. Okay. Okay. And we're just going to get a piece of that cloth left over and wipe off our water. Now, let me get a tray. This is just like a pizza tray. But it's going to help catch some of our flock and stuff, I hope. So, what I want to do Alright. A little bit of that probably goes a long way, I'm guessing. And in the meantime, we can get some Mod Podge and cover these hills up. I know you guys usually see me using my giant jug of Mod Podge. I just didn't think it would be ideal for this particular craft. I thought having a more controlled Mod Podge flow would be beneficial. Alright, so we got some little weird spots on the ocean. Now we can see those a little better and clean those up. It's not a beautiful ocean anyways. And I would probably call this a failed craft at this point. Alright. Let's get our river and our lake cleared off. Okay. Now, I don't have one made. I usually have a spray bottle with Mod Podge glue and water, and I don't have one, nor do I think I even have a new spray bottle to make one. So let's get creative. So we want to seal this, and I don't have a spray bottle. Alright, I have a spray bottle, not the spray bottle. This is a little teeny weeny spray bottle I use this kind of bottle for making washes. So I'm just going to put some Mod Podge and some glue in this little teeny spray bottle. The kind I use is like the kind that has like the, you know, like the big... And also it's good to make it with hot water, not cold water. Okay. Holy crap. All right. So, we have our basic structure here. This is going to have to sit. There's no way around that. It's just going to have to sit. So try to clean off your waterways a little bit, if you can. Make sure they're clear of debris. Then we'll come back and paint part 2, and we'll add some more structure to it, and we'll get some forests and stuff, and maybe we'll talk about how to do towns. You could actually probably just do them with push pins, really, as I think about that. But anyways, this is Doom. Thanks for watching. If you like this, subscribe, like, notification bell, share, and go to our website and check out the minis. And thank you very much for your time. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now. When we come back, I'm not sure what condition this will be in, but I do need it for tomorrow night, so it'll be in some kind of condition. Thanks for watching.